Hello everyone, and welcome back to ExQueerience Points Starfinder, your favorite queer Starfinder podcast. If you love our show, we hope you'll rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you consume your podcasts. Every review brightens our day and helps new listeners to find us. We don't pay to advertise any of the podcasts on the ExQueerience Points network, so we hope you'll recommend us to your friends and just about anyone. If you'd like to support us, we hope you'll consider joining our Patreon. We would be lost without our patrons. You keep our mics on and our dice rolling. We've got some great rewards, so check them out at patreon.com/experiencepoints.
Hello, and welcome to this very special episode of ExQueerience Points. My name is Kenny. I am the GM, the host, whatever you would like to call me. That's fine. I like that. My pronouns are he, they, and with me today is an amazing cast. Kelric. Hi.
Hello, I am Kelric. I play Thrani Ecos. Both of us have the same pronouns, which are he, him. And I have a wonderful pet, Squawks, who is also my best friend, and their pronouns are she, her.
Thanks, Kel. And PB.
Hi, I'm PB, and today I'm going to be playing Yi, who is an Ahsoki spacefarer. That's a lot of fun to play, and both mine and her pronouns are she, her.
Fantastic. And the rest of our cast, they are out. They're living their best lives, doing things, and amazing stuff. But we have someone awesome who has said that they would love to step in and try Starfinder out, and that would be Katie. Hello.
Hello, my name is Katie. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be playing Riafel, whose also pronouns are she, her, and she is a Lashenta mercenary.
So, yeah, you all exit the hoopty onto the surface of this asteroid. There is no atmosphere on this asteroid. It is very cold. There is some semblance of dust. You, looking through the visors of your Atmos suits and your armor, you can kind of make out the wreckage of a ship. Not large, it's kind of more of a shuttle that is about 200 to 300 feet away.
I would get on internal comms to Yi. Yi, is a shuttle this size likely to have a drift drive? Do we need a new drift drive? What are we doing?
It is never a bad thing to have extra parts. I would not mind having a backup drift drive after this slight setback.
Fair, and I do know you like to strip anything of any good wires we find, so, I'm totally down for that. Just check in.
Yep. Oh no, it seems there is a ship over there that we should probably assist / strip away their items, just to see who the owners of this ship were. I say as I inch closer and closer to the ship.
All right.
I'll do a perception check. Just, who knows? I mean, who knows? Let's check this ship out from a distance. A 14?
It looks like it has a lot of, it doesn't look like it's airworthy or spaceworthy, but what exactly are you trying to answer? I'm sorry. What are you looking at?
Well, I'm looking to see how far away are we?
Like I said, about 200, 300 feet.
Yeah, so 200 to 300 feet. I'm looking to see if there's anyone who comes pouring out and is waving their hand saying, help us, or...
No, it looks kind of like it's embedded into the asteroid, like it's been here for a while.
Okay, and are there any lights on?
No.
Okay.
While they're inspecting that, I will also, I'll be approaching and I'll be looking to see, does it have some of the parts that I would possibly have to replace on the GD Hoopty.
Yeah, I mean, given just a once over, the ship itself looks kind of intact. Like there's no catastrophic damage on the outside that you can see, and you assume that it would have as many spare parts as you would need to try to get the Hoopty up and running again.
So as I'm like, I keep glancing over to the ship, giving it a once over, and I'm like, as you can see over there, passenger Riafel, there are some interesting rock formations over there that you are unable to find on any other asteroid in this general vicinity.
They look something like a comfy couch with a seatbelt.
She just stares at both of you like, do I look stupid? I know what you're planning to do.
I still inch closer and closer to this ship until I get close enough to touch it, in which case I shall knock on it.
But before you get that close, roll some perception for me.
21.
Awesome. You notice near the exhaust end of the ship that there is what looks like a nest of sorts. Do you have life science?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Nope. Neither do I.
I don't either.
Fantastic. Well, as you approach the ship, roll me some initiative as 3 creatures start scurrying out of this nest.
I am looking at passenger Riafel during this time. Initiative's on your main page, where you see your strength, dex, and con.
Yeah, I thought I hit
and it is in the middle, and it's the top says initiative. Just double click that number.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Double click it.
I'll need.
I mean, do you though?
Cool. Okay. So these creatures kind of scurry out of the nest. They look... Oh, actually, there's a picture for them. For you all who are playing at home, it looks like that. And for you all playing here, it looks like this.
Ew. Do not like.
It looks, for the audience who is listening to the podcast, it looks like a giant roach with 3 legs on each side, a big bulbous tail section, antennae coming out front, red eyes, and they're about the size of, let's call it a corgi.
Worst corgi ever.
But they're so excited. Anyway, yep. So they come out of the tail end of the ship, and they position themselves aggressively towards you. Riafel, you are up. What are you going to do?
How close to them am I?
You all are about, let's call it 30 feet away from them.
30 feet away. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take my serpent laser and zero in on one of them and take a shot.
Wonderful. That's a 19, and that definitely hits, so go ahead and roll some damage. For 3 points. So you want to describe what that looks like, or?
I just, without even batting an eye, I just pull my laser rifle out and just take aim and fire like I've killed these things or something like it before without even thinking about it.
Yeah, so you kind of do a casual aim down the scope, and effortlessly you pull the trigger back, and the shot hits straight true into this creature, dealing 3 points of damage. Next is Shimsi's turn.
Shimsi is just staying in the carrier with life support.
Okay. Then it is Thrani's turn.
Okay, so Thrani is looking at how quickly did they move?
They moved fairly quickly.
All right, so I'm going to what's the word I'm looking for? Difficult terrain.
Okay.
So they're going, if any of their movement is through difficult terrain at this point, and that's a standard action. Based on how quickly they're moving, how far back would I have to move from them so that they couldn't reach me if they got out of the difficult terrain?
You judge that it might take them... You'd be able to act at least one more time before they'd get to you.
Great. So I'm using that to buy us a little extra time.
So...
Like, I do not want these bugs anywhere near us. No.
Yeah, these vermin kind of, especially the one that is injured, limps forward a bit, but all three of them make their way towards your group at half the speed. So now it would be Yee's turn.
I will take this off in front of my thing. I am gonna. I was looking at passenger Riafel, trying to think of what other bullshit I could come up with before I had to strip this thing for every ounce of its parts. And as soon as I see everybody else shooting, or like I think I immediately see Riafel take out her gun, and that's like an instant like, oh shit. But I'm also in a very cumbersome wear, so like turning around in this atmosphere is real awkward for me. So I turn around very, like, to me, like super quick. But really it was a initiative of 1, natural 1 speed turning around. But in that time, I did have time to take out my my pistol, whichever one was the original one I had on my body. Which I'm not gonna lie to you, there are many guns on my list right now, and I don't remember which one was first one.
This is completely anachronistic, so just pick one.
And I am gonna choose, I think it was this one. I think it was a laser pistol that I had first.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna take it out and try to shoot that trick shot, that one. How does that work again?
Roll stealth, I think, is what you use.
Yes.
Yes. Stealth. Okay. Stealth skills. If I were stealth, I'd be in there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Jesus, 29.
You were able to successfully hide from this this vermin.
I make myself look like a safety couch shaped rock. No, that's the wrong thing. Hold on, that was the wrong button to click.
No problem.
This one.
Okay, so
It's 14.
It's fine. It's a 14. You absolutely hit. And I'm assuming you were shooting for the one that was injured already.
Absolutely, that was the one.
Awesome. And yep, you were able to hit for 3 points, and then go ahead and roll your
Trick attack.
trick attack. Yep.
Yeah, and there you go. Well, we could just take the first damage, the 2, and then the 3
Okay.
is my thing.
Does your trick attack allow you to impose any sort of negatives or anything, or does it just give you extra damage?
It makes them flat-footed.
Ah, so
Yes.
easy to hit. Perfect.
Don't mind me, I'm being lazy and not putting on my glasses.
No problem. All right. So it is top of the round. So is Riafel's turn now.
Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and use my sniper or my rifle again to fire another shot at the well, the one is injured, so it can't get to us very quickly, so I might aim for one of the ones that isn't injured.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Choice.
wow. Nat 20, nice.
Very nice. All right. So go ahead and roll for me here. With their natural 20, you get 2d4 regular damage and 1d4 burn damage.
Yes.
Oh, burn damage is the best.
Okay, and then roll one more d4 for me, please.
It included critical effect in there.
Oh, it did. Cool. Never mind.
Oh, well,
Well, it's fine.
threw a D4 up there anyways.
Fantastic. So that gives us d8 or 8 points of damage.
Nice.
Yep, the shot kind of rings out from your rifle. You nonplussed at all. You've been in so many combat situations that this is just, another day on an asteroid. And you take aim and you fire your shot true, and we're able to hit just the right point on this vermin that it rocks back with the hit of your rifle.
Yeah, I was thinking that as she's aiming, she just coolly moves to the side like one would just go down a shooting range at different targets.
Nice.
All right. It is now Thrani's turn.
Thrani is going to attempt to energy ray the first injured one, not the one that's on fire, because hopefully the fire will take care of that one for us. And I hit
That definitely hits. Yep.
for 3 points of fire damage.
That would be 2 points because it's a 1d3.
Whatever. I roll a d6. That's what the image shows. That's how it is.
Okay. Perfect.
And do I need to move again, or are they going to be getting...
They'll be up ons next when they move this turn.
Then I am definitely going to be like, perhaps we back up a little. And back up enough so that they won't be getting to me, at the very least, next round.
All right. So the first louse that you hit with flame damage does die to fire. So that one's out.
Good.
The second one takes an additional point of damage, but moves forward and is going to attempt to attack Riafel. They stumble up to you and are going to try to bite. For 14, and they miss. And the second one is going to attempt to find the... they do not find the... so they're going to move forward, but just kind of searching out the area. All right, so it is now Yee's turn.
So, in that one Avengers and Marvel movie, where Thor is like, I was looking at a rocket, there was a snake there, and Loki knows I love snakes. And so I picked it up and I was like, oh, cool. And then he pops out and he was like, bleh. That's exactly what I do for my couch-shaped rock disguise. as they're passing me by, I'm just like, bleh. And I attempt to trick attack them.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely trick them.
And I will now attempt to shoot them in their
Good
faces.
25. Oh.
So it's a 6. That does
I
not
attempt.
quite hit. Your shot goes wide as you were very enthusiastic about jumping out.
Yeah, it shoots it just a little bit early. Again, the atmosphere really fucking with me on this one as I try to do a dope swing over to go bleh, bang. I thought I was moving faster than I was.
Prematurely shot, yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
It's a thing.
Hopefully next time it works out better.
All right, top of the order, Riafel.
Okay. So Riafel is going to step back a little bit to get away from the bugs since they tried to bite at her.
Okay.
And as she gets ready to aim her rifle again, she's just going to glance at Yi and just say, just shoot them. You don't have to show off. And then goes to shoot the one that's at full health.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, yeah, no, that's...
So with a 5, your shot does not quite hit. Yeah, I think as you're walking back, the same gravity well situation that affected Yi also kind of messed up your shot as well. All right, Thrani.
So, like on the GD Hoopty, we like to say, always treat the captain with respect. So, Riafel, maybe next time, don't show off so much with your Riafel. And I'm going to roll to hit the non-burning asteroid louse. I'm assuming the
Totally
20
hits. Yep, 23 hits.
And I will put some fire damage on this fool. 1 point.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Take
1
it.
point fire. But Thrani is also like touching their shoulder and making a note. That was really good for a travel blog sign off. Must remember.
Nice. All right, so the one louse that was trying to attack Riafel manages to stumble forward and is attempting to bite again. With a 15, also misses once more. They are just moving and trying to do too many things at once. The other vermin louse that could not find Yi turns towards Thrani and is able to make it to them and attempts to bite.
Boo.
Ooh, and crits for 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
I mean, yeah.
And there goes all of my stamina points. One more like that, and it can be the end of Thrani. Dang.
I mean, it can't be the end of Thrani. This happened in the past.
Was all a dream.
In the future, Thrani has like a bug bite on his leg that he hides from people.
It could very well be the end of Thrani in a different world dimension. This is one that Thrani is like, oh, well, that one ended quick.
Well, he is a cat, so he has 9 lives, all right?
Exactly. It is now Yi's turn.
I am, now that they've all moved past me, I'm going to once again attempt to trick attack. We'll see how this one works out.
The trick doesn't quite go off.
You know, I'd rather have the 2 there than on the attack, so let's
The
see how that works
32
out.
in this combat.
I've never claimed to be able to roll well, you know?
So 13.
11.
Oh, 11.
Right? Math? No, yeah, 11. I was like, wait a second, math?
That hits.
Hey! And it does 4 damage.
All right. And I'm assuming you were doing the more injured one, yes?
Yeah.
Yep. So describe how you kill this bad boy.
Let's see, from that last attack, turning around, it took a second to stay stock still, since these guys don't have the greatest vision. I stood stock still and allowed them to pass by me. And then as soon as the wobbly wibbly one passed by me, I turned over and I tried to catch it off guard, but like I don't know where all their eyes are at, so I've never seen this thing before, and so just one of them just like saw me and prepared, like started to turn towards me, which actually worked in my favor because I was already aiming at that spot, and right as it turned around, I immediately just shoot off one round straight into its ugly little maw. Nice. And put it to rest right there.
Very nice.
I like to imagine it lands near Riafels' feet.
And next up, Riafel.
Riafel kind of looks at Yi and gives a little head nod, and maybe there's just the slightest hint of a amused smile. And then they aim for the one that is left.
18 definitely hits. It's points of damage. Awesome. Okay, it is Thrani's turn.
Thrani is going to use their movement to attempt to acrobatics away without taking any extra damage. And with an 11, I don't know if that happens.
I'm gonna say that because they just got shot at by someone else, they're distracted enough that you're able to kind of get away.
Cool. And then I will double move so that I am on the other side of Riafel.
Nice.
Like I wouldn't want to step on your shooty shoot toes or anything.
So in my mind's, go ahead.
I was just going to say Riafel just kind of glances over her shoulder at him, but doesn't say anything.
So in my mind's eye, it was Ronnie on the left, Yi in the middle, and Riafel kind of on the right. And when they were coming up to the spaceship, and Thrani was kind of off to the left with this vermin that attacked him. And after he acrobats away, he's kind of more off to the right of the group, and Yi is kind of the next closest one. So I think this creature wheels about, trying to follow the tracks of Thrani, and sees Yi and goes after her instead. Gonna come up to you, and they chomp through actually a pretty sizable rock that's in front of you, and you see kind of acid dripping off of their maw, and then they bite you. But 12 misses. It is now Yi's turn.
I 100% thought that was gonna hit. 100%, I did not think it was gonna miss. I saw that 15 miss on Riafel, and I'm like, man, I wish that were me. I wish that were my life. And oh my gosh, woo! All right, misses me. Let's see if I miss it. I try to trick zig when they think I'm gonna zag and trick attack it with an 18.
It does not quite hit. Yeah.
It's hard to trick attack someone that's red in your face, but you do what you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to do this. Another 11.
That hits.
And I hit him for 2.
Yep, your blaster shot hits in their carapace, and there's a little bit of a sizzle, and they look pretty injured. They let out a little. It is now Riafel's turn.
How close are we in proximity to each other? Would I be able to hit it with a melee weapon?
You'd have to move up to it to hit it with a melee weapon.
Okay, I'll just stick with my laser then, because it's got acid and that's not a good time.
Right. 15 hits. All right. Yep, the bullet goes straight into this creature, and you see some liquid come out of the hole that it created. It's still kind of moving about, but you can tell that it is not doing quite well. Thrani.
Burn it, burn it, burn it. Burn it. So it's a hit.
Yep, it's a hit.
Cool. 1 point of fire damage.
And tell me how you kill it.
I ignite its acid on fire.
It kind of trails up into their mouth and just kind of...
Yes.
Nice.
Hey, fighting me. So rude.
Nice. Okay.
That really hurt.
So, yep, you are now on this asteroid.
Thus ends the entertainment part of our journey. And I go up to the door and see if I can get the shuttle door open.
Yeah, you go up to the shuttle. There's no power going to the pad, but you do see some latches that you can probably try.
I don't have engineering, so I point them out to Yi. Yi, it looks like they're here and here. If you tell I can help out.
Okay, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need you to, yep, hold right there, hold that right there. I'm gonna see how I roll. 26.
Yeah, with that 26, you're absolutely able to figure out how to open up that door.
And outspill 13 more louse.
Like, all right, and there we go. All right, what do I see inside of this ship?
It's a pretty small shuttle. It has its own drift drive, and so you're able to go through into the engineering section of the ship, and you can roll to find what you're looking for. Actually, you don't even need to roll it because you're not under any stress right now. So the different and various parts that you're looking for, you're able to kind of scrabble through and find various versions of it. Are you all going to just generally loot the ship?
I will leave that to Yi as the captain to do, and I will go back to our ship and fly it over so that there's less area, and I'll just hold it in a steady pattern just off the ground, since I know we can't land here, but close enough that we can just toss stuff up to cut down on how long this will take, so that we can just get out of here.
Yeah.
That louse hurt.
So going through the ship, you find various parts, and you're able to kind of find everything that you're looking for and more. However, up in the bridge section, you find two different things. You find a data module called Asynchronous Hyperthreading Output Language Emanator. And you think that this might be a really good compatible component for your computer.
I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I'm like, I have like an armful of just like the biggest like component I could possibly have, but I see that as I'm like walking over, and it's just cumbersome. It's not really an important thing I'm carrying. It's just cumbersome, and so I look over and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Is it like a computer's thing, or is it just like something I could just pluck out?
It's a module, so you may have to like an 8-track pull it from a deck.
I'm like, all right, okay. So like finagle the things that I'm holding, and I try to tap the button to make it come out, and then try to pull it out gently.
Yep. I think you're able to free it from its home and retrieve it. And as you're turning around to leave the flight deck area, on the wall you see a uniform. It has it's kind of a navy blue with pink trim.
Huh. Interesting. Do I recognize it?
You do not.
But it looks dope, so I'm gonna take it anyways. I drape it on top of the weird shaped thing I'm holding. And I put the module in the pocket. And I drape the thing over, and I'm like, all right, sweet. I just keep making my way out.
Yep. And so you were able to make it back to the ship, and taking your time to make the various repairs, you're able to do so quite easily and get the ship back into drift space and on your way. The rest of your trip was actually stunningly just uneventful as you make it to the destination that Riafel had chartered you all for.
Did we find anything interesting? I hand over the module immediately over to Thrani. And on top of the module, I put the captain's thing also, because my hands are still full as I do it. I'm like, here, that might be interesting for you to try and install. It's an asynchronous something or other that I found.
Cool. And so, can I do a computers check on it?
Sure.
16?
With that 16, you look at the module and you have seen something similar to it before on other ships where the computer system was fairly old and it needed to be upgraded. And this sort of module gives the computer a vocal user interface.
Oh, I would be extremely excited about this. And I would immediately set about figuring out how to integrate that into our computer system.
Perfect. That will take a lot of time to do. You probably need to have the ship docked and be able to do that. So,
okay. So I would set this in a very secure place and go about doing the rest of this stuff. Can I use our computers or do a culture check to see if I know anything about this uniform that you brought on board?
Sure. Go ahead and roll one or the other. You don't have culture. Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
You recognize
16.
some of it. It looks like it's a heavily modified Starfinder uniform. There's not much record of it in your database, but you do know that it belonged to a ship called the Roseate.
That's amazing. I would set the computer to start anytime we dock anywhere, pull up information on this Roseate if at all possible.
Okay.
How big is this uniform? Like, what size being are we talking about? Is it made for a Patra, a Lashinta, a Misoki? Who might have worn this?
You're not sure. It looks like it's an adaptable uniform. So it's made from an adaptable weave.
Very cool. I was like, oh yeah, this can be a conversation piece for our next passenger. Do you not agree, Riafel? Is this not absolutely fascinating? Perhaps not.
It is a interesting conversation. I would definitely ask questions, Thrani. And I look over to Riafel and I wink.
Riafel just kind of nods and says, yes, it'll be something else to talk about besides the library and the comfy couch.
Oh, you are absolutely right. We should totally frame this in front of the comfy couch by the library. I'm so glad we brought you on this trip. Or you booked us to take you on this trip. I'm so glad this worked out the way it did.
And with that, I think that ends today's stream. Thank you all so much for coming and enjoying this lovely story that was cobbled together not at the last minute. It was not. It was a very lovingly crafted story. So thank you all. And my name is Kenny. You can find me on Twitter at PunderDrone. This is what I have going on right now. I am DMing for our Starfinder stream. And soon we will be coming to you live on Sundays, every other Sunday, with our Numenera podcast, which is our stream, which is a Numenera game run by Kelric. And Kelric can tell you more about that.
Hello, I am Kelric, and I play on this lovely game, which I enjoy oh so much. Starfinder is just one of my favorite games to play. I am narrating this Numenera game. We start next Sunday, the 8th of November, with our live stream of that. And I am also live streaming on Monday nights doing a game called Pig Smoke, where I play the snarkiest.
Thank you for listening to ExQueerience Points Starfinder. If you're looking for more TTRPG podcasts in your life, we recommend checking out our sister podcast, Roll to Fail. There are 6 friends who have no business behind the mic or rolling dice. If you like what we've created, then you should check out the other 2 podcasts on our network. Numenera, an adventure utilizing Numenera, releases every other Friday. This unlikely team is working for the Order of Truth to help communities under the influence of the strange and weird effects of Numenera. Pun Times is a collection of short-run TTRPGs. Our first season is a horror system called Slasher that utilizes Fate Core and is now available as a monthly podcast. Keep watching our Twitter for when we finally reunite to stream our finale. You can easily find all of our ExQueerience Points podcasts on our website, ExQueeriencePoints.com. Until next time, adventure hookers.